Good afternoon once again. Today is 26th of May and Thursday afternoon. Welcome to the Watchlist program at Magenta Trade. We are back again with our regular YouTube live program, the Watchlist at Magenta Trade. We teach you how to grow your portfolio using option trading strategies. We explain in simple terms how you can participate in the world-leading companies with a fraction of the amount that you would need as normal investment. In the vast ocean of stock market, there are plenty of opportunities to gain from the movement of share prices every day. However, market is unpredictable, volatile, and sometimes complex to understand. In order to be successful, you need a disciplined, rule-based approach developed over a long period of experience in the market and focused on building a long-term portfolio to protect your hard-earned money. Let's have a quick look what's happening around the market. Dow is up by 579 points, S&P 500 up by 86 points, and NASDAQ is up by 336 points. I'll come back to the market once again a little bit later, and along with doing some more trades just like yesterday. But first, have a look at our disclosures quickly. And let me share my screen first so that I can show you the disclosure. At Magenta Trade, all our discussions are solely for educational and information purposes. We are not investment advisors, and you should consult a financial advisor before making any investments. We are not finance professionals, and we are not aware of your personal financial circumstances. Options trading involve exceptional gains, but at the same time, they pose inherent risks. Past results are no guarantee of future gains. For more disclosures, you can visit our website, www.magentatrade.com. Now, a quick few words about me so that I don't drag you with more of boasting. I have been actively trading in stocks, ETFs, futures, options, warrants, CFDs, and currencies for more than 15 years. I have turned my personal trading experience and passion into professional coaching. And recently, we have formed the company Magenta Trade to share with you my strategies of success in trading using simple terms and techniques. My favorite areas of coaching are trade management and money management. I have experienced immense potential of trading options based on stocks and ETFs, and I help you to understand how they might help you build a steady and reliable retirement income stream. As a coach, I focus on a daily routine, follow simple rule-based strategy, use simple tools to enter and exit the trades, and manage your positions in 15-20 minutes every day. Okay, now let's have a look at some of the earnings numbers that we have published earlier in our social media platforms. So every day you can log into our social media channels of Magenta Trade at Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And you can get those earnings reports, some of them which we are following. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course, which you are watching now, and subscribe to our social media channels at Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Okay, let's have a quick look. NVIDIA published their results yesterday after market hours, and they reported their first quarter April 2022 earnings with $1.36 per share on a revenue of $8.3 billion, whereas the expectation was about $1.20 per share on a revenue of $8.1 billion. The company said it expects a second quarter revenue of $7.94 billion to $8.26 billion, with non-GAAP gross margin of 67.1%, and which implies non-GAAP earnings of about $1.19 to $1.32 in between that range per share. Okay, whereas the current expectation was for the second quarter was $8.45 billion. As we have been following in our watch list, NVIDIA is a visual computing company. Basically, they create powerful chips, semiconductor chips for the gaming platforms, even for the Windows PCs and other for graphics card and gaming PCs, basically. That's what their niche area is. The stock is currently up by 6.5%. And let's look at some of the other numbers there in more details. They reported the revenue for the first quarter of $8.29 billion, up 46% from a year ago and up 8% from the previous quarter. GAAP earnings per diluted share for the quarter was 64 cents, down 16% from a year ago and down 46% from the previous quarter, and include an after-tax impact of 52 cents related to the $1.3 billion ARM acquisition termination charge. So that ARM acquisition in Europe didn't go through. So as a result, they had to pay $1.35 billion on that. Non-GAAP earnings per diluted shares were $1.36, up 49% from a year ago and up 3% from the previous quarter. In terms of other details, during the first quarter of fiscal 2023, NVIDIA returned to shareholders $2.1 billion in share repurchases and cash dividends. On 23rd of May 2022, the board of directors increased and extended the company's share repurchase program to repurchase the additional common stock up to a total of $15 billion through December 2023. Okay. Data center first quarter revenue was a record $3.75 billion, up 83% from a year ago. Gaming first quarter revenue was a record $3.62 billion, up 31% from a year ago. Rovi's first quarter revenue was $622 million, up 67% from a year ago. Automotive and robotics first quarter automotive revenue was $138 million, down 10% from a year ago. Okay, let's move on to the next one now, which is Dollar General. Dollar General reported their first quarter April 2022 earnings of $2.41 per share on a revenue of $8.8 billion, whereas the expectation was $2.32 per share on revenue of $8.7 billion. The revenue grew 4.2% year on year. Based on the better than expected results, the stock is up by more than 14.36% as of now. The company said it continues to expect fiscal 2023 earnings of $11.39 to $11.59 per share, and now expects revenue of $37.64 billion to $37.81 billion in the fiscal 2023. Okay. Dollar General, as you know, is a discount retailer in the US, which offers a selection of merchandise, including consumables, seasonal home products, and apparel. Okay, the stock is currently up by 14.36%. Let's look at some of the other numbers. Same store sales decreased by 0.1%. Operating profit decreased 17.9% to $746.2 million, and diluted earnings per share decreased 14.5% to $2.41. Board of Directors declared quarterly cash dividend of 55 cents per share. Some other numbers. Net sales increased 4.2% to $8.8 billion in the first quarter of 2022. Gross profit as a percentage of net sales was 31.3% in the first quarter of 2022. Operating profit for the first quarter of 2022 decreased 17.9% to $746.2 million. The effective income tax rate in the first quarter of 2022 was 21.8%. The company reported net income of $502.7 million for the first quarter of 2022. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is Alibaba. Alibaba reported their fourth quarter March 2022 earnings of $1.25 per share on revenue of $32.2 billion, whereas the expectation was about $1.15 per share on revenue of $30.2 billion. As you know, Alibaba Group Holding is an online and mobile commerce company. Through its subsidiaries, it provides retail and wholesale marketplaces available through both a personal computer and mobile interfaces. Let's look at some of the other numbers. The company said Alibaba delivered on the goal of serving 1 billion annual active consumers in China this past quarter and achieved a record of RMB 8,317 billion in global GMV for the fiscal year. Despite macro challenges that impacted supply chains and consumer sentiment, we continue to focus on customer value proposition and building the capabilities to deliver value. We saw tangible progress across our businesses, especially in operational improvements in key strategic areas. This was quoted from their press release, said by Daniel Zhang, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Alibaba Group. Okay, let's look on some other numbers there. Revenue was RMB 204,052 million, which is US $32.188 billion. Local consumer services segment up by 29% year on year, cloud segment up by 12% year on year, and annual active consumers of Alibaba Group across the world reached approximately 1.3 billion for the 12 months ended 31st March 2022. Net cash used in operating activities was 7,040 million RMB. Okay, let's move on to the next one in our list is Dollar Tree. Before that, let's just quickly look at Alibaba shares are again up by almost 14.5%. Okay, now let's get back to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree reported first quarter April 2022 earnings of $2.37 per share on revenue of $6.9 billion. Whereas the expectation was $1.98 per share on revenue of $6.8 billion. Revenue grew 6.5% on year. The company said it expects second quarter earnings of $1.45 per share to $1.55 per share on revenue of $6.65 billion to $6.78 billion for the second quarter. Now, fiscal 2023 earnings of $7.80 to $8.20 per share on revenue of $27.76 billion to $28.14 billion. Okay. Dollar Tree Stores is an operator of a discount variety stores offering merchandise at the fixed price of $1. At 31st January 2015, the company operated 5,367 discount variety retail stores. Diluted earnings per share increased 48.1% to first quarter company record of $2.37. Consolidated net sales increased to 6.5% to $6.9 billion. Same store sales, enterprise level is up by 4.4%. Dollar Tree up by 11.2%. Family Dollar is reduced by 2.8%. Okay. Let's move on now. Quickly to our trading strategies at Magenta Trade. At Magenta Trade, we base our strategies on three dimensions of investments: long-term capital growth, building a retirement portfolio over a longer period of time, generating regular income using stocks and options trading strategies, and ensuring your capital is adequately protected against severe market downturns so that your hard-earned money is not wasted in adventure. Okay, let's straight away go to our charts. And NASDAQ is up currently by 336 points on the back of strong growth by the tech companies, especially today, starting with NVIDIA and a lot of other companies. Will come to individual companies here, but try to understand the pattern of NASDAQ. Yesterday, I discussed this when we were discussing about the market scenario, that the NASDAQ yesterday itself, it tried to break through the, this channel, this bearish channel that was in play for last more than, probably 2 months now. Started from there, let's say on April 11th or 12th of April, and then since then it has been there. Now, yesterday the price just crossed for some time, crossed over this channel, whichever way you draw it. But today it is definitely, broke out from that particular channel. And this is not only for NASDAQ, it has happened for all the three indices. You can see at even Dow. Dow is up by 573 points. At one time, it was up by more than 600 points. And in Dow yesterday itself, that that breakout was there, and today it has further confirmed. It has also broken through the 30 days weighted moving average there. Let's see the DPO as well. Earlier I suppressed the DPO, and the DPO currently is at minus 938 there, but it's gradually going to the positive. In terms of S&P 500, SPX is the same thing. Yesterday it broke through the that particular channel, and then it just closed above that price channel. You can say my drawing is not perfect, but more or less you get the sense there. And then today definitely it confirmed that breakout. Now, do we take a bullish position? I leave it up to you. Of course, this is not a trade recommendation show here, but as you can see, there is a potential breakout from this bearish channel. I'll quickly switch off my video so that you can see the complete screen. You have already seen me, so you don't need to see me more there. Now we can look into those charts, and you can see the patterns there. The pattern is very clear today, that the price has broken through that particular bearish channel. Now, are we out of the woods then? Are we have we already broken that bearish momentum? Well, I'm not sure. There are many reasons for that. We are at rock bottom, and the fundamental geopolitical and economic factors across the globe has not changed much. This is just you can say a very good performance by some of the companies in the last few days, which might have triggered these this certain surge. Now let's try to understand more on these with the individual stocks, whether the market would be able to sustain this breakout or not, or you can say the turnaround from here. Now let's see a little bit in detail there. At SPX, this was a major support level, 4064. Earlier, the market broke through that level, so it became a resistance. Now today, as of today, it is a resistance for me. Now, at the current level, it has just crossed that particular resistance level, or it is still at that resistance level. Now, if today it reverses back from that resistance level, which I don't think there is much chance now. There is another hour left. Yes, it is quite possible that it retraces from that resistance level. It breaks through. It can come through this level here, um, like in the next couple of days. That is also possible. But let's see in which direction it goes. But as of now, definitely looks like a breakout. But we have to we have to be mindful of the factor that this is a major support level. This was a major support level earlier, and now it has become a major resistance level. So let's see how the market operates in the next 1 hour or so, so that we can get an indication. Now let's look at individual stocks, and then we will be able to understand more on this particular breakout, whether it is going to sustain or not. There are certain companies for which was available at very, I can say, good valuation. Probably companies like Apple, Accenture, AMD, and even Amazon is was available at a very good value, a few days back. So let's look at some of the movement in the stocks. Advanced auto parts. Let's just make it stronger. As you can see, today's volume at advanced auto parts is 743,000, which is probably much less than the 1.16 million shares for last 10 days. Let me quickly check with some other platform as well. So we are talking about AAP. I'm checking the latest volume there. Yes, it is 756,000 shares have been traded till now. Let's look at Apple. Again, Apple is up by 2.3%. It has broken through that trend line, and that is for sure. So there was a trend line here for the last few days, which has been broken here. Now it started much lower today, but then today again it broke out from there. But the volume is not near the average in terms of Apple. The current volume I have here in another trading platform, it's showing me 63 million shares, whereas the average 10-day volume for last few days is 103 million shares. You can see at the bottom of this trading view chart. However, this is still a strong volume. This is not a very weak volume as such. But it is probably, it's not as average. It has not beaten the average 10 days volume. So, but still, it is a strong volume, and probably the momentum could continue from here. Now there is another news, but still the market is positive even after that news, that Apple said that they will not be able to maintain the same level of iPhone production, in the coming quarters. Now, in terms of Apple, specifically for Apple, there was a major support level at 138.27, and the stock has, you can say, it broke through that level, but then it came back strongly after a couple of days, and that is almost like a bounce. It pierced through that, the support level, but then it bounced back well, and it is currently at $143. So it is quite possible that the market actually bounces from here for Apple, because that was a strong support level. Now let's move on to some other stocks so that we can understand the pattern. Accenture, a similar thing. probably their trend line. Let's say if I can draw it properly, let's say here, okay. Sorry, I have to start drawing again. So even if I draw the line like this, still that pattern has the trend line has been broken here, and also the trend line crossed. Sorry, the today's price has crossed the 20 days exponential moving average, so which is a significant factor, and definitely it appears that the stock is taking a bounce from the previous lower level. In terms of volume, again, the volume is very low, 1.24 or 1.25 million shares, whereas the average 10-day volume is 2.1 million shares. So, but still, it's a good bounce there. Whether it will sustain, let's see. There is a new contract. Sorry, Accenture has got from NASA crowdsourcing contract of $175 million, which is definitely a positive news for them. So, considering this for Apple and Accenture, let's see whether we can take a bull put position there, because there is a strong chance there is a swing trade opportunity there. So either we can take a bull put position or we can take a long-term covered call position as well. Let's have a look at the bull put opportunity there. We can discuss about all these stocks individually, but let's try to get into some positions as well while we are discussing. In terms of trade, I'd just like to clarify from yesterday, we placed a few orders, but only the order of only one of the orders got actually executed. Let me show you. If I go to trade history, only the Apple shares the bear call trade of 152.50 and 157.50 bear call trade for June 17 was executed. Other trades got expired. They could not be executed. So we go back to the option chain to find new trades for, let's say, Accenture first, because we were on that chart. Now let's go back to the chart so that we can understand the level. So the market bounced from this level of 268.17. Okay, now the current price is 291. So if we can get a price of around, let's say 268 or let's say 270 even, that would be probably good. Let's see if we can get any trade at that price. So let's say we select June 17 still. It's 21 days for June 17, a monthly expiry. And we are dealing with the options here. So at Magenta Trade, we create strategies around mainly stocks and options. And options are my favorite instrument. There are a lot of flexibilities in using options as a trading strategy, because you can create strategies for the market that is going up or market going down, market staying sideways. In this case, we are looking for a bullish opportunity, and we were looking for a price of around $270 to create our base. So basically, in $270, if we sell that put option, 270 put option, and so that means that we are ready to buy the stock at 270 if the price goes below that. So when we are selling the 270 put option, it means that we are ready to buy 100 shares of Accenture at the price of 270, because we feel that that's a fair price. But if And for that particular assurance or guarantee, we are going to get around, let's say, $2.88 of premium per share. So if the price goes below 270, definitely we will purchase the shares. But if the price stays above that level of 270, then we will pocket this premium. Now, this is our strategy, but because it's a big stake involved, so we are not going to put all our risk over there. So what we will do, we will create an insurance leg for this trade. So at the insurance leg of of $265, we will actually buy a put option. So we'll buy the put option of 265 there, and that way we will protect our loss only to the extent of $5 per share. But also not entirely the $5 is our risk, because we are receiving net premium there. Our net premium we are receiving is 70 cents per share. So our maximum loss will be $4.30. Now, in this case, whether we take this trade or not, my criteria is always, if there is a $5 spread, I would look for minimum 50 cents of credit. So in this case, the credit is 70 cents, and it is better than what is my benchmark. Now, the other factor is that the delta is almost 19%, I call it 0.19. So 0.19, I call it 19%. I don't look at the negative or positive sign, but because it depends upon whether it's in the call side or in the put side. It's in the put side, so it is a minus. In the call side, it will be positive. But in any case, if it is around 1.19, it means 19% delta. Or also I look at this implied volatility, which is a 36%. And there was another one. It's not in the chart here. Okay, I'll come back to that. Come back to that later on. Okay. Now, option open interest is 568 for 270 put option. So I'm fine with that. It should be more than 100 as a benchmark, you can say, to see if there is enough liquidity. Okay. So in this case, I am getting trying to get a $70.70 credit on this trade, and selling 270 put option. So let's submit this order. I'm selling 270 put and buying 265 put, and I'm trying to get 70 cents in this trade. This will expire on 17th of June, but I'll not stay in this trade till 17th of June. I will exit it either at a profit or a loss much earlier than that. So I'm transmitting this trade. I'm fine with 70 cents, and I'm fine with the structure of the trade. So I have sent out the order. Let's see whether it gets filled in or not. In order to have a look where in this, it's in the pending orders here, 70 cents. Let's see whether it gets filled in or not. Just give me a couple of minutes so that I can check a few other things in my personal trading account as well, and I'll place this trade. Again, as a disclosure, we do not guarantee any future profit or loss. It is just for educational purposes, that how do we make the trades here at magentatrade.com. Here we are applying the strategy of a bull put trade. So we call it Accenture SL2 open 270 put option expiring June 17, and buy to open 265 put option expiring June 70 at the rate of 70 cents credit for this particular trade. Okay. Just one more second. Okay, so that trade has not filled in. So we'll just wait for a few more seconds. Our benchmark is 50 cents, remember, so we can go down probably a couple of cents there. Let's see, what is what is the price we can get there. Let's go back to that screen, and there we'll see the current mid price is 68 cents. So let's go for 68 cents. I'll update the order to help get it get it executed. Let's see. Okay, now let's go back to Apple as such. So in terms of Apple, the stock was the stock bounced from the low of 132. So that was our low here, 132.61 probably. Okay. Now, so if we can sell the put option of around that level, then that will be our our support price, so to say. So in the option chain, we open Apple, and we look for June 17. Yep, that's fine. There is 132, and for that the delta is, you can see, is 0.18, which is 18% or 19%, you can say. So if we sell that, let's is there enough open interest? Yes, there is enough open interest. So let's say we sell 132, and we buy, let's say, there is no 127, so maybe we can buy 128. And for $4 spread, we are getting 53 cents again, which is good for us. For $5 spread, we look for 50 cents. If we are getting 53 cents for $4 spread, that is also much better than that. Okay, let's go for this trade then. Submit order. We are selling 132 put June 17, and buying 128 put as a protection, as an insurance leg, and we are trying to get 53 cents. Okay. So the trade has gone through in the market. Let's see whether it gets filled in or not. Meanwhile, just let me help put it in my personal account as well. Okay, so it's not getting executed. Let's make it 52 cents and see whether it gets executed or not. So at 52 cents, it got executed, as you can see here. So we got 52 cents for this particular trade, 132, 128 bull put trade. Now, for this one, Accenture, we can go to probably 65 cents. Oh no, just became 55 cents now. I was looking for 65 cents. Update. Somehow we didn't get that trade. Let's keep it open, or maybe even 60 cents looks good now. Should we go for 60 cents? Let's keep it there. Okay, let's keep it there, 65 cents, and then see what happens. Let's move on to the next one, because we might find better trades as well. ADI, analog devices. I think we put a trade yesterday. It did not go through. it did not get filled in yesterday, but probably we can excuse me, still go for that. Let's try to do that trade once again. So what we are going to do, okay, let's first understand this particular chart. So in this chart, as you can see, the price has been moving within this particular range for quite some time now, more than 2 months probably, no, since more than 6 months now, or sorry, 5 months now, that the price is moving around this level between 150 and 175, mostly. A few days it broke through that, but mostly it is within that level of 150 and 175. Now, if we expect the price to remain within this range, which it looks like for the next couple of or 3 weeks, what we can do is we can put an iron condor trade, where we expect the price will remain between 150 and 175. So in order to do that, what we will do, I'll go to the option chain once again. That's ADI. So we are expecting the price to remain between 150 and 175. So what we will do, we will sell 150 put option and buy 145 put option. Okay, so this is we are making a bull put trade. We are getting let's say 63 cents. Okay, and what we will also do, we will sell 175 call option and we will buy 180 call option. So that means that if the price goes above 175, we are ready to sell the stock, 100 shares, and at 180 we will buy back. So our loss will be minimized with that $5 spread. So now, with including both, we are trying to get a $1.45 credit, which is very good. Our margin impact is very low here. Let's place the trade and let me explain you. So what we are trying to do here is I've placed the trade, okay, because I liked it very much and I want to get that price. But what we are trying to do is here we are selling 150 put and buying 145 put, and that's ADI, right? I'm in the right trade, right? ADI, yes. So let me put that trade in my account as well while we talk through. So what we are doing here is ADI sell to open 150 put June 17 and buy to open 145 put June 17. Also sell to open 175 call June 17, and then buy to open 180 call June 17. We are expecting $1.45. But let's see, even if it is not $1.45, even if we get $1, it's a 43 cents, it's much better. It's quite good. Even if we are not getting 143, let's say we go for $1.40. Okay, still it is a good price. Let's see whether our objective is to get it filled at a good price. So I'm ready to sacrifice a few cents there. Let's see. Okay, I'll stay there for some time to see whether we can get it executed at a good price, even though it goes below there 133. Okay, I'm happy up to $1.30. Let's try 133. If we can get it, come on, okay, let's say 130. Okay, $1.30. I'm trying to get through. Okay. Okay, let's keep it at 130 and see whether we can get it executed or not. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next trade if we can get any. So we already submitted 3 trades, out of which one is executed in our this demo account of Interactive Brokers. So if you are not aware, we use Interactive Brokers as our broking platform because it provides me good flexibility. Their option trading window is much easier to operate. I find it very handy, and so that's why I use Interactive Brokers. Their margins and their other position limits and all that stuff, it works very well for me, so I use that. Okay, we'll probably stay in the trading room for a few more minutes, and we'll see if we can find another trade. Akamai Technologies, again, we can look for a trade there. Current price is $100. The price bounced back from $93. Okay, the stock was hit massively by the earnings earlier this month, but since then it has recovered quite a bit. Akamai Technologies. So it looks like that 290, okay, 95, 96 level was a big support there. And now the current low of the previous low of 93.74 could be a good support level. The volume is much lower than the average 10-day volume. So let's move on to the next one probably. Yeah, Applied Materials. Applied Materials, the stock was down on the earnings report, but since then it has recovered in the last couple of days. Current price is $114. The low was $101. And the price has broken through the 20 days moving average there. So Applied Materials, it's a good company. So let's check whether we can get a good trade out of here, Applied Materials as well. So we are looking for So the previous low was $101, which was the 52-week low as well. So what we are looking for here, maybe selling 100 put option as a taking advantage of that support. Today the price is $115 almost. So let me see if we do if we sell $100 put option, and the delta is 13% or 3.13 there. Let's say we sell $100 put option and we buy 95 put option. How much we can get? We are not getting enough. We are getting only 44 cents. So maybe what we can do, we can increase a little bit there. But the problem is open interest. There is not much open interest at other strike prices. Saying that 102 has got 83 open interest and there is volume of 14, so it almost reaching 100 as a sum. So let's say theoretically, if we do it 102 and 190, then we have 97. Then how much can we get? We can get 56 cents. So which makes our trade valid. So let's try that. Okay, let's try that 56 cents if we can get on this trade. We are selling 102 put option and buying 97 put option for applied materials. June 17. Let's see if we can get that, get those 56 cents. Just to confirm whether the trade was, has gone to the market. Yes, it has gone to the market, but it is currently not filled in. So what we'll do, we will keep it at, let's say, 55 cents, and we'll update that trade and keep it there. Okay, I'll not go below that. Let's move on to another chart and see if we can find another trade. Umbrella. Okay. Umbrella, it looks good as well. The stock has moved 7.5%, but there is earnings is on 1st of June, so I'm not going to, or 31st of May, so I'm not going to take a trade there because the earnings is expected the next few days. So if there is earnings in next 2-3 weeks, we don't take that trade. Advanced micro devices. AMD is a good trade. I actually placed a good trade there for AMD, and it's in the profit now. So it bounced from the level of 84, 85. So we can either take that level, or even we can take a little bit higher, which is $90, which was, let me show you clearly. So $90 was the level when it went on 20th of May, when it touched the bottom. It was the low was $88 here. Yes, it was $88. So $90 is quite a reasonable level there. And since then it has the price has recovered strongly. Currently the price is almost touching the 50 days exponential moving average. It has not broken through the you can say the trend line there, but there is a strong possibility that the price will remain above 90 there. So if we try to get that in the options there, option chain there, AMD. Okay, let's see AMD. So we can do $90, right? So we can do either $90. $90 is, June 17, sorry. June 17 as the expiry date. So it is 26 delta. Okay, 26 delta. So maybe we can go even 85 or maybe 87.50. There is a strong open interest there. So let's do 87.50. Let's say sell 87.50 and buy 82.50. So we can get a credit of 85 cents there. And it looks quite good at this level of 87.50. Just 3 weeks trade. So we can be a little bit adventurous there. We are looking for 85 cents. Let's discuss after submitting the trade. I don't know whether we can get filled in with that or not, but it is in the market now. Okay, let me put that order in my personal trading screen as well. So AMD sell to open 87 50, put June 17 buy to open 82.50, put option June 17 at the rate of credit okay. Okay, so that's the AMD trade. Let me see if we need to go down a little bit. Maybe we can go up to 84 or maybe up to 80 cents. Even 80 cents is fine for us. I won't be too greedy. So these are all orders that are in pending. So maybe if I maximize this window, you can see here Accenture trade actually has not gone through. Okay, so it can still go through 65 cents, $1.30. Even I can make it 125, but it's still at that limit point level. When we are placing the order, we always select the midpoint, which is the expected price where the trade can go. But then we can we can compromise a few cents here and there, so that the trade gets filled in. That's our main objective. If the trade does not fill in, then obviously there's no point, right? Making that analysis and all that stuff. But we should not go below our benchmark. So in any case, so that we need to be mindful. So these are some of the trades that we placed here today, and probably I'll look for some more today in the market. And tomorrow I'll let you know which one gets filled in or not. AMD probably, yeah, AMD got filled in at 84 cents. So that's a good one. And let's see about what happens to the other ones. So what I'll do next tomorrow when I come back is I will put them in my journal, daily journal, and then we will start monitoring them. Okay. Also, we have some other trades previously we discussed in the watchlist program. So we can include all those trades in our trading journal and see what's happening. Thanks a lot for joining once again. And if you like the video today, please don't forget to subscribe to our video, so that subscribe to our channel so that you can get the alerts. And also please click on the notification icon or the bell icon for the notifications that will go to your email ID. Do stay in touch if you like to see some more trades like this, and how do we place the trades, and to understand how you can make a regular income using these option trading strategies. Keep on watching our program, and I'll try to increase the timing a little bit more so that you can get more value out of the program. But at this time, I'm just trying to adjust my schedule there along with other commitments. Thanks a lot for joining today, and enjoy the rest of the day. And today and tomorrow I'll be back with the next edition of the watch list. Thanks a lot, and see you back tomorrow. Okay, please don't forget to follow our social channels in Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And please don't forget to subscribe our channel as well. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.